Tanasaka, every giant has a breaking point, and it's not when it's criticized or it's not when it's challenged. It's when it chooses power over principle. This is that moment. By the mid-2000s, corruption was no longer scattered. It was organized, networks formed, influence concentrated, institutions weakened from the inside. This was not chaos. This was capture. State-owned entities were the first targets. Eskom, Transnet, SAA, Prasa. These were not small entities. They controlled energy, transport, logistics, movement. Control them and you control the economy. Boards were reshuffled. Executives were appointed and removed. Not for performance, but for compliance. Those who asked questions were suspended. Those who resisted were fired. Those who cooperated were rewarded. Contracts were inflated. Maintenance budgets vanished. Critical systems were neglected, not by accident, because failure creates opportunity. Emergency contracts, no oversight, quick money. Load shedding was not just incompetence, it was profitable. Then came revelations, emails, leaked documents, whistleblowers. The country watched as private interests appeared to influence ministerial appointments, policy decisions, cabinet reshuffles. The idea that the state served the people was replaced by a darker truth. The state was for sale. This is where the truth broke. Not because corruption existed, but because it was defended. Leaders denied, minimized, delayed. Institutions were hollowed out. Law enforcement lost credibility. Commissions of inquiry were established only when the pressure became unbearable. Years lost, billions gone, lives disrupted, and still, very few consequences. The people felt it first, through darkness, through broken trains, through rising prices, through unemployment. Corruption was no longer abstract. It was daily. Here's the danger. When the state fails, communities fracture, trust erodes, and opportunists rush in. Crime grows, vigilantism appears, xenophobia surfaces, not because people are evil, but because desperation is unmanaged. ANC was warned again and again, from inside, from civil society, from people, but factions fought harder than reformers. Protection mattered more than principles. This is when the giant fell. Not in one dramatic collapse, but in the eyes of the people, belief died. And once belief goes, power becomes fragile. Ntanasakaya, state capture was not just theft. It was betrayal of history, of sacrifice, of trust. In episode 5, the last episode, we face the final question. What happens next? How do people reclaim power without burning the country down? Because history warns us, when hope dies completely, chaos follows. And chaos is what we don't need. Follow for more History Decoded.